Hey, there we are.
Here we are.
I love it because we're live.
In my little preview screen, I've frozen, so I was a bit worried that I was going to come on and we were going to have another technological issue. And Baz, before we go anywhere, take another drink. When I first saw that go to your mouth, I thought someone had gifted you a crown. That is how TikTok is ingrained into my brain. We're not even on TikTok. And I thought that was somebody gifting you something. How ridiculous is that? So, hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome again to the lock-in with me, Mike, and him, Baz. Say hello, Baz.
Hello, Baz.
There you go. We didn't even rehearse that, but I just knew with my earning eyes you were going to do that. So it's just brilliant. So, yeah, hello, everyone. Welcome to the lock-in. This week, we have got a particularly special guest, someone I'm really excited to have on the show for a number of reasons, and we will go into all of those when we get her on and we start chatting to her. So don't forget, if you've got any questions throughout the show, you can fire them in the chat box. This is the last one that's going to be fully live, okay? I'll go into it later, but we're moving to a pre-recorded followed by a live thing anyway. Well, I'll talk about it later because we're moving on to like audio platforms and everything. So the edited highlights of this will also be on an audio platform at a future thing. But there's going to be an awful lot of this that is visual, so I'm glad that this is the last one where we do it all here and now. So anyway, without further ado, I want to introduce to someone. If you haven't seen this person on TikTok, go and follow her because she is incredible. She literally makes me belly laugh on a regular basis. And we've had a chat backstage, and she knows that I was one of her OGs. Do you know what I mean?
OGs, look at you.
I was one of the OGs. I've been following her for ages and stuff, but I am a properly like fanboying over her because I think she's amazing, and I will go through why I think she's amazing later. But I just want to show you the video that I first saw. So I'm gonna have to tinker with the screen a little bit, and I'm gonna have to. So, yeah, this is the video that I first saw from this person.
Every time it feels like flying, electrified.
Oh, wow. Oh, hold on. That's enough. I want to see it again.
I thought I did the best transitions.
That is the first video I ever saw from the incredible Rachel Spicer. Hello, Rachel.
Hello.
Hi, chickens.
Hello. How are you?
I am great. I'm excited. How are you?
Oh, I'm so excited too. I'm excited too. Honestly, it's yeah. So let's start with. Well, look, we've got you for a long time, so we're going to talk to you about loads of different things. I've got loads of things I want to speak to you about. But like I say, my first experience of you, my first ever clapping eyes on you, was that video we've just played. And two things happened when I watched that. First, I took such a sharp intake of breath at that change that I nearly did myself some kind of injury. But also, I had an overwhelming thought of where the fuck has all that gone? So it's so it really is. That's unbelievable. But anyway, so this is Rachel. Rachel is doing particularly well on TikTok, and we'll come on to that later. So Rachel, you are the CEO of Chin Talk, as we just
created Chin Talk. I'm the creator, yeah.
You are the creator of Chin Talk. So, right. So I'm going to tell people that the people that don't know is I was going to drink beer tonight. This one over here. But I'm going on to Bubbles.
Going into Bubbles.
I'm going on to Bubbles because one of the three of us hit 1 million followers this week.
That's incredible.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
I don't think it was me either. It was the Denise and the Chin.
So congratulations on 1 million followers. Part of me is a little bit pissed off. And I mean, we've known each other for about 20 minutes now.
Yeah.
So I think we've known each other long enough that I can say this and I can be honest with you. I'm a little bit pissed off because I wanted you to go to 1 million followers tomorrow.
Yes.
Because we had Joshua, and I know you know Joshua. We'll chat about that later. We had Joshua on when he was on 950,000 or something, and in between podcast episodes, he hit 1 million. So I was going to claim you as well, and I was going to start talking about, come on our podcast. It's a track record for getting you to 1 million.
The lock-in podcast that gets
and you've ruined it. You've ruined it. You hit 1 million so soon. So anyway, let's talk to me about going from that video, which was quite early on.
That was probably when I decided to name my TikTok Chin Talk. About them and it was actually I was in the car with one of my best friends, and she was like, "What side of TikTok are you on?" And I was like, I don't know. Like, I didn't know there was a different size to TikTok. Like her For You page, there's like kink talk, bride talk, wedding. Like, there's so many different sizes. And I was like, I wonder what my videos come up as, because it's all about a double chin. Denise wasn't a part of thing there. So then I was just like, oh, I'll make my own sides. Chin Talk. So that's where like the name came from.
So for my
from there.
Because my observation is this: like I'm known for transitions. That there is
Yes,
is it? Yeah, but that's the impossible transition. That's literally live.
Yeah, you're literally king of transitions.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, but I can't do it live like you can. And that's I just like chatting. It's like, oh my god, if I could do that.
All right, you two, get a room. We've got a podcast to do. Right. so yeah, my first question. I nearly called you Denise then. It's your fault because you keep
I'll
saying
answer
Denise.
to either.
Yeah.
Yes, me.
My first question is,
Mhm.
is that something you've done for a long time? Is it something that before Chin Talk you were self-conscious about, or
Yeah,
what?
I've probably chinned from coming out the womb, to be honest. Like, I think
Sorry, can I just stop you there? That's the audio clip we're going to use to promote this.
That's it.
I've pretty much chinned since I came out of the womb.
I've always had a double chin. Like, I think it really, when like Snapchat just became a thing, I was in high school, so it was sending pictures to your friends, and I was like, they're all like nice and pretty and posy, and I was just like, get the chin. That was probably when it took off, but I've chins since I came out the womb. I feel like it was more kind of like an awkward barrier, like an insecurity. Whenever I was awkward or whatnot, I would be like, like facial expressions.
I
And then
just,
it grew.
I think it's amazing, and let's say, I have followed you for a bit, and I'll keep banging on about it, but it's the.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, do you know what I mean? It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. So I'm literally 1 in a million.
You are. You're one of my millions.
I am literally 1 in a million. So yeah, it's look, we'll come on to some of your other the other side of your content later.
Mhm. Yeah.
But no, I just one of the things I love about your content is and it's getting a little bit serious for a minute. I just think that there are, so I don't know how old you are, but I can kind of guess, I don't know how old you are, but I can guess roughly how old you are. And so many women your age are so obsessed with image. One of the things I find incredible and refreshing about your content is you don't give a fuck.
I really don't.
And I just
Maybe should.
love it, because pretty much everything you do is kind of like it makes you unattractive, and you're an attractive young woman, but everything you do. Do you know what? Do you know what? No, but it's
This is his chat line.
Yeah, I know. I'm a bit rusty. I've been married for 17 years. You can tell, can't you?
I'm not good at flirting.
So, no, what I meant by that is that I'll phrase it a different way. You show sides of you that the Instagram generation wouldn't even dream of showing. Do you know what I mean? So even when you do your Sunday positivity stuff, I saw one the other day.
You know about Sunday,
of course. Look, even when you do your Sunday positivity stuff, you're sitting there taking your makeup off and going, oh, look at my skin, and do you know what I mean? So you're out there to a million people, either showing this massive double chin or something else which might come up later, or there without makeup and stuff. And I just think it's really refreshing, and it's a really positive thing to do.
Oh,
because so many people, so many women your age on Instagram, it's all about filters and taking thousands of photos, and one of them will be okay and all that kind of stuff. And I just think in this day and age, it's really, really refreshing to have somebody like you who is funny, is outgoing, and honestly is an inspiration to other women that just show.
Should make me cry.
Give less. Me too. No, do you know what I mean? Just give less fucks about image. Do you know what I mean? You are you and all that kind of stuff. And you do it in a unique way. So there are loads of women who stand up and say, don't let anyone tell you you're ugly and all that, and send really, really powerful messages. But you do it in a way which is, the vehicle you use is comedy, which is much easier to kind of break down barriers in people's thinking. And I think you're amazing. So.
I honestly appreciate that so freaking much, because I used to be that person that picked myself apart, like hated how I looked and personality and whatnot, and I'm over it. And that's only really been like a change in the past year, that I was just like, fuck it, let's get the self-love. This is me, take care, leave me.
And look how many people love you for it. 1 million people love you for it.
Well, of course, I've been watching on the other platform, which is Instagram. So I've been watching your stories on there, and it's funny because if you watch those and didn't know your main content, I'd think you were just a comedian. I say just because, like Mike said, the other stuff you do on there is just you bantering and chatting, and so it's another wing of what you do as well, which is really impressive.
Yeah. I don't really post my TikTok content like on my grid or anything.
Yeah.
Getting a sore throat. Might start that. Who knows? But I say I'm not like when you said not like all the other Instagrams, like that's something I really don't want to be. Like I'm not trying to be an influencer. I'm not trying to to do it. And I've just kind of grown naturally from being myself, which is the message
Do you know what? I think you are an influencer and you will influence people, but you'll influence them in a much more positive way than people who say they're influencers.
Yeah. 100%.
Do you know what I mean? Honestly, I will stop blowing smoke up your ass at some point.
Oh,
yeah. Here with the biggest head.
Trust me, he always starts this, but you'll be crying by the time you leave.
I'll be quitting TikTok.
So, we've got somebody in the comments called Joshua Cubed saying, I've heard she dances like crazy in the rain.
Joshua, that was after a couple of gins, but I am actually drinking gin tonight. So.
Hey, there's a possibility.
I know that was actually the last time I saw Joshua. No, not the last time. We met up for drinks the last time I was in London, and it was tipping it down with rain. And I would do that sober. I love dancing in the rain. And when I say dancing, I'm full on dancing in the rain, really feeling the rain. I love it.
I wouldn't expect anything less, Rachel.
Yeah. Go hard or go home, you know?
That's exactly. So, for those that don't know, because I only recently found out, but talk us through the fact that you know Joshua, who is for those that are new to this, Joshua is kind of I think he's progressing from he went from guest to friend of the show to he's verging on kind of part-time co-host. He's been on so many times. So
he's got his hat-trick ball, isn't
he? How do you know Joshua?
So I used to live in London and I worked at the Prince of Wales Theatre, and Joshua done the lottery. He was the lottery guy there. So we worked in the same. We only really saw each other in passing. Didn't work together or anything like that. And then I remember actually Joshua followed me when I hit 250k. And I remember him commenting on one of my videos to be like, oh my god, hi, like congrats on 250. And I saw he was on I was like, oh my god, I know you. You're the lottery guy. And then from then, obviously followed each other, support each other on the app. Whenever I go down to London, I make sure to meet up with him. He's bloody great. I do love Joshua. He's great. That's
we do too.
Look, you're preaching to the converted there. Although to be fair, we did have a conversation, and we can say this on it, but we did have a conversation with Joshua that said, obviously Joshua's younger than us, but he kind of we've had a number of conversations over drinks with Joshua that says he gets on with us like there isn't an age gap and all that kind of stuff, and we realised that we'd technically been reverse groomed by Joshua. It was just a strange thing, and we ended up mates with Joshua. Orchestrated this mates thing, and it's just I felt.
I know you can't get rid of him.
It's something I've never experienced. I've never experienced before.
I am waiting for him to put in the comments like he does every week. Oh, they were grooming me. There you go. Exactly. He's here now.
There you go. So he's cracking on, but honestly, he is amazing. So
don't let them groom you too, Rachel.
Yeah. So what did So what did you do when you were working with, but not with Joshua?
Book of Mormon. So I was working front of house in the theatre. So I was the usher and behind the bar. That was me for just over a year. Loved it. That was fun. Just front of house. When I was down in London, it was I'm an aspiring actress, a struggling actress. We love it. So yeah, that was my full-time job. So there 6 days a week.
So for people who don't have ears, you're not from London.
No.
Whereabouts in Scotland are you from? Look, excuse me, everybody. I need to have this conversation with anybody from Scotland.
Yeah, so I'm from a place like a town called Falkirk, like just outside Falkirk, which is right in the middle of Glasgow and Edinburgh. And then I moved to London in 2018. Yeah, 2018, and then I had to move back home at the start of lockdown. Our landlord sold the property right at the best time. It was great. So now I'm back home living with the parents.
There you go. Hey,
That's great. No, actually,
don't tell him you got 1 million followers, or they'll start upping your rent.
my digs. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. No, whenever we got someone from Glasgow, from Scotland on, I always ask whereabouts are you from, because both my parents are from Glasgow. So I feel my dad is from Drumchapel.
All right. Okay. Yep.
And my mum is from Bearsden. So that's why I'm English, because I've said this before that my mum from one of the poshest parts, Bearsden, started dating a guy from. Yeah, not the poshest place, Drumchapel. Where even the dogs walk around in twos. Do you know what I mean? It's like, So my mum's mum said, "You better dump that guy from Drumchapel," and she said, "No, I'm not. We're moving to England.
We're moving to England. Yeah.
So there you go. That's why I'm English and not Scottish. Well, do you know what I mean? It's like that's why I was born in England. Put it that way.
So Rachel, can I ask what you do? What you doing for a living now? What are you still an aspiring actress?
Still an aspiring actress. I'm back looking for an agent, and that could potentially, touch wood, there's something in the pipeline, hopefully. But my Monday to Friday job, I'm a healthcare worker, so I talk people through swab tests. I'm working on like a COVID-19 survey thing with the Office of National Statistics, so that's my day job, and then TikTok on the sides.
Yeah. Just when I thought I couldn't love you anymore, you come out with that. It's just ridiculous. Will you stop it now? It's like I'm gonna have to speak to Joshua. There must be something. You must like drown kittens in your spare time or something. There must be a flip side to all this. There must be a flip side.
I think there's many, but
so whenever we have a TikToker on, and obviously you're a large account, we always ask.
I misheard that.
Large account.
Okay.
Yes.
What did you think he said?
I thought he said something beginning with C.
Oh, we can swear on here, so yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but that's not what I wanted.
So basically, we always talk about the journey in TikTok and what brought you here and what kept you here. More importantly,
what kept
by here he means TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay. One of my best friends was obsessed with TikTok, and she was constantly asking me to download the app, and I was like, no, I don't have time to get addicted to an app. And my little cousin, she's in the army, so she came back. She stayed over at mine for a night, and she was like, "Can we just make a TikTok?" So I made my profile, downloaded it, and we posted 3 videos that night. And my second one was a double chin one. It went viral with like 1.8 million views.
Yeah, I saw that today. I literally saw that today.
My very first, it was my second one, but we posted it at the same time. Went viral. Went on meme pages on Instagram, and then it just kind of took off from there. So then that's why I kept on doing it. Don't get me wrong, there's been times where we've wanted to give it up, but
I was going to say, because that was a really short clip of your chin.
Yeah, I mean, all my chin ones are quite short, to be honest. Like, chin dance is quite sore if I'm doing it for a while.
I was going to say, because it actually looks quite painful, because you literally bring your head back into your body with a lot of velocity. Yeah.
It's fine for a wee bit, but it can get cramped.
And you only do short videos of that. The longer stuff is on your OnlyFans, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you really, if you want a good 1 minute of chin talk, you've got to pay for that.
I've been messaged on Instagram so many times to be like, "How much for a chin picture?" I've been like, "Oh, do I start an OnlyFans and sell chin pictures?"
Wow.
Is it a market?
Honestly, there's a market for everything. There really is. There's a market for everything. But anyway, thanks everyone there. If you're not usually here, I'm going to use this opportunity of people who aren't usually here. I'm just going to quickly chuck this up here and say subscribe to our new YouTube channel, because this is the last fully live one we're going to be doing. We're going to be back in November with shorter form recorded ones, which we will play on a Wednesday night, and we will follow it up with chatting about what's gone on the one before. So if you are currently watching on the YouTube channel, subscribe so you don't miss it. Basically, the idea is that it's just me and Baz in our virtual pub, having a few drinks, and we get on people who are normal people normal people with extraordinary. Sorry, let me get this right. It works when I get it right. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories to tell is what
You're calling me extraordinary.
I think he literally just said that.
I said your story was extraordinary.
Now the guys call me extraordinary.
But no, it's but yeah. So we're here every week doing this from November. We'll be back on November, I think, the 14th, whatever the Wednesday is that week.
Yeah,
with a whole new format, and we're going to be out onto audio platforms as well, which makes this one a really good one to do before we move it to the format where we're going to be doing a lot of audio stuff, because shitloads of what you do is very visual. Can you imagine this on an audio podcast? It's like, yeah, Rachel, do that thing with your face. Yeah, nice one.
So you were talking earlier about when that video first got posted, the one that Mike showed, that you got a lot of shit over it. So how was that? Talk us through that.
Out of all the embarrassing stuff I post, well, embarrassment is an emotion I choose not to feel.
Sorry, Rachel. Sorry to interrupt, Rachel. But in case people didn't see the one we're talking about, because this is important, I'm going to show the video again before we talk about it.
I like it. I want to see it again.
I love this. I love this video, and this is the first video I saw of Rachel, so that's why I showed it before. But just before we came live, Rachel told us that there was a story behind how much hate she got from it. So I want to show it again so that people who have just joined now can see the video that we're talking about. Okay? So, hold on. I need to do that. Then I need to do that.
Every time it feels like flying, electrified.
So yeah, that's the video that we're talking about. And like I said at the time, I saw that and I was just amazed by the whole kind of Jesus. I was like, where the fuck's that all gone?
The worst thing about that video is it's too short. I'm just ready to get vibing, and then you just cut it short.
Yeah, that's enough.
So yeah, so you were saying you were getting some hate.
Yeah, so I done that video actually. It was one of my friends, that's his song. His name is Nico, and the song is called Castles. So love that. And he asked me to make a video to try and like help promote it and whatnot. And I was like, absolutely. So that was just taking part. There's the trend going around saying angles matter.
Okay.
And obviously they don't actually, which is the message I like out. But because I took part in that and the change was a bit dramatic, I was deemed as fat phobic and making fun of fat people because I was doing a double check. Yeah. So I remember like it kind of blew up like straight away. I was a smaller account back then, but I say smaller, I think I was probably on maybe like 100k.
Yeah, tiny.
No, not at all. And I'd done that, and another creator on the app, which I can't even remember her name because she is blocked now, but which was funny, her page was all about self-love, body positivity, women uplifting women, all that jazz. She made a video about me saying that I'm fat phobic, I'm inappropriate for kids to see, all this, and she had a very large following. I think she was like over 800k. So I woke up with like 1,300. I remember seeing over 1,300 notifications, like request DMs on Instagram. Absolutely, my phone was overheating, and I remember being like, "What the fuck is going on?" that was hard, especially because I'd never done had so many notifications at the one time, and it was all just hate, and it was like my followers and her followers like scrapping in the comments, which was funny because it's the complete opposite thing to what everything I believe is, the self-love and just doing whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
It's calling me fat phobic and inappropriate for kids to see, but that's the opposite of what she preaches as well. So
I mean, I'm assuming it didn't get resolved, because like these things never do when you've got two sides of these stories.
No, definitely not.
Well, it got resolved to a certain extent when you've ended up with more followers than she has.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I blocked her, so I can't see how many she's got now.
Well, tell her her name.
No,
Tell us her name. I'll go and check her account now if you like.
Can't do that.
Spill the tea when we're offline.
Yeah, but it's quite a weird sort of paradox to be in, the fact that you had someone who was promoting body positivity and turning around saying that you're the antichrist of that.
Yeah, and I followed her before. Like, I liked her page because I was like, that's my type of content that I want to see on my feeds.
I'm not funny though. It was your body.
Yeah.
And then it was me. Yeah.
It was your body you were taking the piss out of.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and everyone's saying that. I was like, oh, it's because you're not really fat. And I'm like, you're only seeing this as well. Like, I am a bigger girl. I've always been chubby. And I'm like, I'm between a size 16 and 18. And so I'm like, you don't know, you can't see me.
So how did that affect you when you got into that kind of argument with somebody?
I did not leave my bed for 5 days.
Wow.
That's the worst trolling's ever been. I didn't leave my bed for 5 days, and I remember like just being on FaceTime crying to my friends every day, being like, "I've got another mail. This is what they're saying," which was hard, and that was probably one of the times that I've like wanted to give up with TikToks. I was like, "Oh, I'm quite a people pleaser."
So on the back of that, did you, after 5 days, did you kind of resolve yourself and just go, "Do you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna keep doing it because this is my take on it"?
It was a breakthrough, definitely.
Yeah.
That was like, why the fuck am I angry? This person doesn't know me, doesn't know my story or like anything about me.
Yeah.
So, fuck her.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
That's amazing, and that just shows that it's another lesson there that we often, like, you spent 5 days thinking that was the worst shit that could ever happen to you.
Yeah, my notifications have never been so bloody crazy.
And it's a lesson, because we often go through times when we just think, this is horrendous. I can't believe this is happening. I can't, and it turns into a blessing, and it turns into,
I say it was a different.
It's completely changed. It's changed the direction of your life, and I don't, it's kind of with where you've taken the account and your attitude and things since then.
Yeah,
there's a potential that moment that you thought was the worst ever, and you spent 5 days in bed crying with two mates.
Oh, I would never do it again now.
Could literally have changed your life for the better.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. That was like a turning point. That's probably one of the good things that have came out of trolling, is that I probably now more don't give a fuck what anyone's got to say, think about me, what I post. I'm just doing me.
So I'm assuming on the back of that as well that that your side or people that sort of were drawn to you were coming on to you and and asking you about, like, the way that you've dealt with it, and also you must have a sort of following of people who don't believe in the way that you're portraying that sort of positivity.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just other people's opinions, and people are always going to have them. But I now just don't care about other people's opinions. Which
what's the phrase we use? Everyone's got opinions like arseholes. Some of them stink.
Yes.
No.
I like that.
Opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got them, and they're usually full of shit.
Yes.
I like that.
That's the one I heard.
Like, I might add that. Might add that to the bank.
No, so honestly, it's brilliant, and again, it goes to I spoke before about your the positivity, and I think everything that you do in terms of showing the side of you that a lot of people won't do, and the whole Sunday positivity things and that. And do you know what? I noticed that the Sunday positivity, I love it. Yeah,
I love it. I do.
Also, you do it for you, and that's what I was going to say, because there's a lot of people would see that the views on that are nowhere near you fucking around with your chin.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people would see that and go, people don't like that, I'm not going to do it. But it's so important to keep doing stuff like that, because for you, but also there are loads of people. That is your vehicle to use what you've now got in the way that you want to use it. Do you know what I mean? And it's really, really important.
That helps me so much, and as you said, like the views aren't anywhere near like the videos don't do as well as like the Denise or the Chin ones, but for me it helps my like mental space. I like to be just to end the week positively, and so like, you can have bad days and down days and whatnot, and I'm like, just to reflect on the week I personally like it. I've only had a few messages, but there is people that comment every week saying like, "Oh, this happened," and "Oh my god, like this happened from last week has moved into this week and whatnot." And even though it's only a couple of people, I'm like, if it's making one person smile or a couple of persons being more positive,
that's the point, isn't it? That's the point.
Fantastic, yeah.
If there's a couple of people, if there's a couple of people contact you to say that it's making a difference, there's 20 that it's making a difference to. There's only 2 have said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. There's someone called Rebecca Spicer in the comments.
Hello, my sister.
Hello, sister. How are you?
Inspiring young woman, not only to the early 20s group, but to the younger generation too. Oh, dear God. I think you're in the wrong place if you're saying that not only to the early 20s, but to the younger. Have you seen me and Baz? As if the early 20s, Jesus Christ.
All the generations. I've had mums mail me and everything as well. So, like, all the generations.
Yeah, all the generations. The early 20s and the younger generation.
So for my sins, I'm quite a new follower to you, Rachel. Mike and Joshua spoke about you when we were together as a potential guest. Oh yeah, absolutely. But they were sort of saying to me like, so they were trying to describe your content to me, having never seen it, and I was like,
lost.
I've no idea what the fuck they're talking about for a start.
Yeah, so it comes across quite unstable.
Yeah, but it's also this thing like say chins and also a green lady, and I was like, I don't understand this. So when I went across and had a look, I was literally like, oh, okay. So the description of your content is it can only be described as one thing, and then when you actually go and see it, it's a lot more than that because it's like Mike said, the first time he saw that video of you, he was shocked, and the first time I saw the video of you was you doing one of your chin dances. I was like, is that even? The first thing I thought was, she's got some prosthetic chin going on there.
I showed it to
easier, I think.
just before we came live, I had to go to the golf club to pick up a prize. Yeah. You know, yeah, a bit of a big wheel down the golf club I am.
Those wooden spoons are expensive, aren't they? So.
I had to go down to the golf club to pick up a prize. And I was sat having a drink with a guy, and I said, I've got this girl on the podcast tonight. Watch this video. And I showed the video that we showed earlier. And he went, yeah, but that's like editing or something, isn't it? I was like, no, that's her face.
I'm not as good at editing as you. I can't edit.
I was like, if that was edited, it's like Baz says.
You don't need to.
Like, God. He was like, is it editing? Is it prosthetics? I was like, no, that's her face.
Just my face.
But like I said before, my first reaction to that was that, like, wow. Do you know what I mean? Because you went from like kind of clearly we're not fat shaming or anything, but you've gone from quite round faced to
quite
just like, properly. And my initial thought was, I said this to you earlier. I said my initial thought was, where the fuck has that all gone? So that's my question to you. Where the fuck has it all gone? Where's it going?
I know my angles.
It's not angles though, is it? Because the camera doesn't change.
Yeah, we're here now, and the
camera doesn't change. You go like that, and
I've got a turkey. Like I call it a little turkey. Like I've got a gobble. I got a gobble. Like so, it's there. It's just whether.
Hey, listen, I have a beard for a very certain reason, and that's it.
Honestly, if I could grow a beard, the chin would be a thing.
No, there's too many beards on TikTok now. There's only one chin.
Exactly. I mean? Good point.
Do your own thing.
Actually, talking about that, the one chin, have you found anybody who's emulated you and sort of like done the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like tagged on videos like people recreating my chin dances and duets on that as well. Which
have you created a community of
chin talk?
Chin talk, yeah.
Chin talk chickens is what we like to say. My little chin talk chickens.
I love your chicken. I love you calling them chickens as well. I absolutely. And do you know what? That's it from a kind of from a social media if you were to teach social media.
Mm-hmm.
Giving people a kind of a community and things like that, and giving it a name is right in their textbook. And you've kind of stumbled across that by just you saying chickens and thing, and like the Sunday thing, and it's like checking chickens or chickens checking. I can't remember.
Chickens. Do a little check-in.
There you go. And,
all the
and just
positivity, all the white marbles. That's what we need. The white marbles is one of my like best friends' thing, and she's like, so people can have negative thoughts, which is a black marble. Sorry, now I'm like verbal diarrhea. I'm going on a
no. This is
No.
perfect.
So negative.
I don't know if
thoughts
anyone's explained the podcast to you, but it is about talking.
like
Lots of talking, please.
don't know how we got here, but here we are. So all your negative thoughts or bad days or whatever is black marbles, and it's absolutely fine to have. I might actually talk about this on Sunday chickens. Black marbles are negative thoughts and bad things, which are completely okay to have, but you need to replace them with white marbles. So like before I go on a night out with my friends, if I'm going to be like, oh, I hate what I'm wearing, I look fat, she's like, black marble, white marble, and I have to be like, oh, I like my hair, maybe, I don't know, like that's all that Sunday's about, the white marbles.
Sorry, just to interrupt. I'm literally just looking through the hashtag chin talk right now because I've never done it before. And what stands out is you've had more hair colours than I've had hot dinners.
Yes. I mean, I won't be changing my hair anytime soon now, but I went through a phase of the past year. Done pink, purple, blue, red, orange. I think that's all that I've done. And everyone's like, when are you going to dye your hair green? I'm like,
if that was Baz's way of getting a Scottish woman to say the words purple and orange, it was genius.
That's perfect, isn't it?
It was genius. Well done, Baz. That's just, I didn't even see that coming.
I like to change the look up, but that's from trying to be an actress when I lived in London. You couldn't have crazy hairs if you've got an agent and you're doing auditions. Like, they're not going to take someone with blue hair for like a play or anything like that. So I always had to stay blonde. And then obviously because of lockdown, I wasn't auditioning. Didn't have an agent. So I was like, this is my time to experiment with the hair. And I loved it.
Just reading the comments, someone's asked you, when are you getting your chicken tattoo?
Oh my God!
Talk us through this chicken tattoo.
So when I reached 500, I was Jenny. Right, yeah, I might, fuck it, let's go tomorrow, I don't know. So when I reached 500k, I said, fuck it, if we reach 1 million, I'm getting a tattoo.
Ah, there you go.
And I'd never had a tattoo before. So I was like, right, my first tattoo, if we reach 1 million, not thinking that anyone would remember or that I would ever reach 1 million.
Thank you, Jenny.
And then it was actually someone said in my live as well earlier, being like, when are you getting a tattoo? So I said I would get a tattoo to celebrate 1 million, but that was just I mean, I did get my first tattoo last month, so I might get a chicken.
The thing about it is, though, it's as a commemoration.
Didn't you just say you haven't had any tattoos and then
I just got my first tattoo last month.
And then 30 seconds later said you've just got a tattoo?
Yeah, well, see, this was when I hit 500k. I'd never had a tattoo, and then I got a tattoo last month.
Yeah, but as a that's a massive tattoo. That must take.
I know,
hours.
honestly. Stay away. Stay clear from me.
What is it, by the way?
I don't know if you've seen Baz's thirst transitions when he takes his top off, but
yes.
That's not a tattoo.
It's just a little smiling face. It's with it's a wee matching one. One of my best friends have got it too.
People talk about what tattoos mean to you, but you could look back on that if you do get this tattoo of what it meant to you. Because let's face it, it's milestones like having 1 million followers don't come around very often.
I know. I think I might. Do you know? I might just do that tomorrow. I might just go up. Thanks.
But I also think it's one of those things as well. Is that obviously there's plenty of people that would follow you not because you do just chin talk. I mean, obviously that's how people find you. But like numbers that you have, I think, are generated because people genuinely warm to you. So there's obviously more than it's just the sort of comedy side of stuff. I generally think big followings come from people like associate themselves with you and stick around because you could get 500,000 followers and then 3 days later you're down to 490 because that's the sort of nature and stuff. But to crack on and move on to 1 million. I think it just sort of shows a bit more value in your content rather than just the kind of jokey side of stuff. Yeah,
because it definitely just started out as a joke. Like people made fun of me for doing TikTok, and even starting out, even when hitting like 250k, people were still like making fun of me.
I bet they're not now, though, are they?
They're not now. No.
Well,
I remember who makes fun of me.
Look, I can't wait till I get to 250k so that I can start to talk about myself in millions because I can start at a quarter.
Quarter.
And the moment, if I start to say 1/5 of a million, then people people just go, just fuck off. You're just trying to blag that. Do you know that don't work?
I'm just
but
seeing
if you
that
get to
comment
250,
here.
you can say 1/4 million.
There's a comment saying that I should get a tattoo of a chicken on my leg so I could say I've got a chicken leg.
Oh, there you go.
I might put it on my leg.
100%. 100%.
I mean, the obvious place is to get a chicken on your chin, right?
No, I don't think I could get a tattoo.
Have it under there. Have it under there. So you can't see it when you're looking at the camera, and all of a sudden you go like that. And it's got...
I might get a wee sticker, and that could be a video, but I don't think I've got the balls to actually.
But I'm just looking at your TikTok logo. That's what your TikTok logo is. It's got it written on that bit.
Yeah, that was it. It was one of my followers that drew that, and I was just I love that. I'm going to make it my picture.
Yeah, obviously I used it on the podcast that we put up earlier, but I actually sort of zoomed in to read it, and I was like, "Oh, that's brilliant."
That's amazing. Right, what I'm going to do now? We've got something coming up. Rachel, we're going to do this a little bit differently.
Keeping me on my toes. Why. I'm glad someone is.
Yeah, I'm going to keep you on your toes. What we agreed before, we're not going to do. We're going to do it in a different way. So before we do what we're going to do, I just want to read some of the comments. So I mean, there's got some lovely comments coming through. So Robin Kennedy says, "Hold on,
you like this? This is how good this is."
There you go, Robin Kennedy, who is watching. Robin Kennedy is said, "Love Rachel so much. Always makes me smile. She's definitely the burst of positivity you need in your life." I could not agree anymore.
Oh, are you flirting with me, Robin?
We've got Jenny Wallace. Proud of you, Rach. Yes, when are you getting your chicken tattoo? I think we've gone through that. We've been through that now.
I'm in a silly, goofy mood. I'm going to get it.
And we've got Erin Watson says, "Such an inspiring gal. Proud of you, beautiful soul."
Love you, chicken.
Look, see what beautiful, beautiful comments come through. So what we're going to do now? We were going to play a little trick, and we were going to say, right, we're all going to disappear for 30 seconds and go and pick something up that's weird in our house. The joke on that was that Rachel was going to disappear for half an hour.
You're telling them the joke?
Yeah, I'm telling you the joke now because we're not going to do it this way. The joke was going to be that Rachel was going to disappear for half an hour and come back as Denise. But I'm just a bit worried that people who've come to see you might disappear when it turns out to be just me and another guy with a beard. Yeah. It might all get a bit weird. So I'm going to tell you what the joke is. We were going to say, we'll all go away and find something weird in our house. And Rachel has agreed to go away and become Denise. This is just, I mentioned that when I asked Rachel to come on to the podcast, I said, "Is there any chance?"
You're a great sport as well. I love this.
Is there any chance where you could come on as Rachel? We could talk chin tuck, we could talk everything, we could talk, and then you just kind of disappear and become Denise. And God bless her, she's amazing. She's Ted. She will. So, Rachel, this is like a real look. People your age won't remember Stars in Your Eyes, but this is like off you go. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Denise. But yeah, we might edit it together later. But if you're watching live, then you might. Is that what I said? Stars in Your Eyes. Is that what I said? Or did I get it wrong?
You said Stars in Your Eyes, yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
right,
I don't know what that is.
So Rachel, off you go, and let's see how quickly you can become Denise. And the people who don't...
you time me.
No, it's not a challenge. I'm just saying. But
I feel like we could make it a challenge. Let's see.
Can I make a suggestion?
Let's make it a challenge, right?
Can I make a suggestion, Mike?
Yeah.
As we know what it's going to be now, maybe you just do it here in front of us while we chat, because we've had makeup artists on it before. Would it be okay if she just did it here?
Are you willing to let us in to the secret of how Rachel becomes Denise?
See, I kind of want to, but I always get messages about videos about that. I'm like, I always forget to do it. I would say I just have to get a bit naked, like a little bit naked.
Oh, of course you do. Yes. Yes.
Like I have to be like topless in all my green videos.
Okay. Well, so here's a
Okay.
suggestion. How long does it take you to do from the bit where you have to get naked and put like a robe on again? How long does that take?
I could probably do it like 20 minutes, but I need to take off my makeup. I could take off my makeup here and then go run and be Denise.
Let's do that. If you that's a great idea. If you take off your makeup and we can still chat to you. I just want the gap of
not to be long.
I want the gap of you not being here. Sinners
might not have
tonight's show
anything
is about you.
Yeah.
I want the gap of you not being here.
You don't know each other that well that you couldn't hold a conversation for half an hour. Is that what you're saying?
Well, or the other option is we go with what we said before, and you disappear, and I'll just get a timer here.
That's fine. I'll go. I'm just going to go and get my makeup remover because that was through where I was going to be Denise. I'll come take off my makeup, and then I'll go and be Denise.
And then we'll get a timer. And then we'll get a timer and see how long it takes.
Well, you can always turn the camera off slightly so we can always hear to the side and still keep chatting to you.
That's true.
There you go.
What's Joshua saying? 12 minutes, 20. 12 minutes! Right, let me go get my makeup remover.
Right, get the makeup remover, because this is going to be a thing now. So Rachel's gone to get a makeup remover. She's going to take off her makeup. And then if you haven't seen Rachel's alter ego of Denise, it's definitely worth sticking around for. Because you thought the chin was weird. Wait till you see Denise.
So getting back to what you said earlier, Mike, about when you and Joshua were trying to describe what Rachel does, and I couldn't get my head around it because I thought, oh, green character, I thought the Hulk, and then the first time I saw it, I was literally like, oh, okay, it's not even what I thought it was. It's the skull cap that did it for me. I was like, not only you've gone green, you've gone bald as well.
The bald. Denise doesn't have any eyebrows or that's going to hurt my ears. Doesn't have any eyebrows or ears. It covers my ears as well.
So as a question for me, that I'm fairly new here. How often does Denise come out of like your makeup drawer?
So
is that where she lives?
Yes, she does. Well, actually, no. Green paint's always on my desk, so she's always visible.
In a glass case, in case of emergency.
In case of emergency, do you know, like superhero suit? Like I just carry her around with me sometimes in case.
I've got visions of like Batman. Somebody shines a green face up into the sky, and it's like Denise. Somebody needs Denise.
She's got a whole story. Can't wait to get into that with you guys.
So I need to ask the obvious question. So right. Where did Denise come from?
So this is a good story, and I've never made a video about this story. But a lot of people just think I started painting myself green last year. That is true. But Denise has actually been an inside joke with me and my best friend and my sister since 2018. So I was living in London. I was in quite a low place. And when I came home just for a week at home, clear the head, and my sister surprised me and my best friend. She took me and my best friend a trip, and we ended up going to Budapest. And in Budapest, we went out, maybe 10 tequila shots too many, went to a bar, and I met a lovely Hungarian man. Could not say Rachel. He was calling me Denise the whole night. And I got fed up of being like, no, it's Rachel. So I was like, all right, okay, I'm Denise tonight. I was like, I can't bother explaining myself anymore. So him and all his pals were calling me Denise the whole night. And do you know what? I had the best night. I was doing karaoke to Pocket Full of Sunshine in Macklemore in this Hungarian bar. No one had a clue what I was saying. I got lost and was roaming the streets with my knee-high boots over the shoulder. I vowed from there, because I was in a low place before, and it was literally such a high that I was like, I'm keeping this newfound confidence, whatever this energy is, I'm keeping it. And from then, it was just my best friend being like, is Denise coming out tonight? And I'd be like, hell yes. Like, Denise genuinely is my alter ego. She's the confident side of me. She's like the fun, bubbly side of me. That's what she stands for. That's where Denise. And then I didn't even call my green part of myself on TikTok Denise. I've only told this story once, and it was on a TikTok live, and people in the comments that joined live kind of named her for her. So she was like, oh, is this Denise then? And I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, this is Denise. And that's how that started.
Do you know what? I've only just noticed your hoodie as well, which if people want to know, they're available for $25.99. I've just been to the link tree on. If you go to Rachel Spicer _ on TikTok and click on the link tree, there's a merch section there. $25.99. That's reasonable for a t-shirt, for a hoodie that says Denise made me do it, which I love.
So talk us through the green, because obviously Denise, when she was in Hungary, wasn't
Not
green.
green.
I'm assuming,
No.
unless it was the alcohol that made you do it. So,
No, so one of my chin videos went viral, and I got so many comments saying that I looked like the green Gribbler out of like Hotel Transylvania.
yeah.
Little green slime monster. And because this was after I'd moved home, I said I was an aspiring performer, so I was clearing out my old bedroom, and I found all the random costumes of everything, and I played the Wicked Witch of the West in Panto years ago, and I found green paint, and it was at the time where everyone was saying you look like you could be Green Glibbler, and I painted myself green, and then it just kind of stuck. Really, it was only meant to be a one-time video.
Oh wow,
A
okay.
year later, it's a weekly thing.
So the other thing that's worth noting is that there's going to be another sequel to Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters?
Yes, there's another sequel coming out soon, and obviously the other character which you look like when you're green is Slimer.
Oh, sorry. I feel like, have I been compared to him?
No, well, no. I'm just saying because I was watching.
You just have.
Yes, by me, unfortunately. So obviously, there's going to be comparisons with that coming out soon as well.
Yeah. There's loads. There's what else was it? I feel like I'm compared to anything green. Actually, I got tagged in a video today that was quite funny, and it was Halloween costumes, and it was just 2 peas in a pod. Like anything green, I'm tagged in it, and I love it. Well,
right. So are we ready for you to disappear now? Then
right. Are we right? I just think right. I want to see, because actually not that long ago, my best friend messaged me being like, "What are you doing?" Well, she FaceTimed me, and I was currently green making content, and she was like, "Oh, I really need to go to the fort." She was stressing about to get a dress. And she was like, "Oh, I can't. Oh, right, you're green. Never mind." And I, Denise, I got undenised and showered, washed it all off in under 10 seconds. 10 minutes. I was actually ready before her. So I've got Denise unready very fast. But let's see how fast I can take.
Right, so
Denise ready. Right.
I'm going to.
Oh, I just snapped my bauble. See, I'm so stressed. Wow.
Do you know what? If you'd have said that as being a stressful thing to me about 18 months ago, I'd have been like, "Get over yourself." But these days, I feel it. I feel your pain.
Feel it. I need another bauble. I've snapped my bauble.
Right, I need the wife's in the comment section. I need her to bring me the small tripod, please.
Right, am I free to go and be Denise?
Right, hold on. Good. The reason I want the small tripod is because I want this. I'm going to put a timer up here.
Put it there.
And we're going to have a little timer in the corner. So we've got to the point now where you've had a bit of a head start. But we're going to set up the stopwatch.
The bald cap's the longest to take on, I think.
Well, all right. Are we ready? So I'm going to start. Right. I'm going to give you 3, 2, 1. We're going to have the timer. And then we're going to see how long it takes you to go from Rachel to Denise.
Okay, don't look at my messy room.
Okay. Let's look the other way.
Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Bye.
Okay. So we've got the timer running. Okay.
Right. If there are comments now, let's have a guess on the time.
Yeah. Let's have a guess. And do you know what? I'll tell you what. Right. Whoever gets closest, me and Baz will send you a prize.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go. I just came up with that off the top of my head, and I know that Baz is such a nice bloke. He'd have just gone, "Yeah, all right then."
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So let us know. Let us know in the chat section. How long do you think it's going to take Rachel to go from Rachel to Denise?
So this is interesting.
For those that don't know, Adam Gardner's asked. He doesn't know what's going on.
So neither do I.
Rachel, mate, I don't know in life. But Rachel's disappeared. She's going to come back as Denise. Now, Denise is a character that Rachel has created or has been created almost for Rachel by the sound of things.
It sounds like
by the Hungarian Trigger by the sounds of it. Someone who just kept calling her the wrong name, like Trigger off.
This sounds more like someone at Marvel went, "Oh, you have a character. Let's make you into this then."
Exactly. So Rachel's disappeared, and she is going to come back as Denise, who is great. Oh. All right, Larry. Larry's here.
Yep.
Everyone say hello to Larry. There he is. He's
also
not normally in here, is he?
As this is probably the last visual podcast we're going to do, go onto Rachel's TikTok now. So if you don't know what Denise looks like and you want an idea to see how long it's going to take, go onto her TikTok and have a quick look at that, and then have a guess. Interestingly, one of the best quizzes and guessers has gone for 14:48, and there's a few people in the know, i.e. Erin and her sister, have said 15 minutes. So
I'm going to try and put this somewhere that it doesn't get reflections and stuff. That's probably best, isn't it?
There you go.
Right. I'm gonna have to try and put the tripod legs down.
What I love about this is that, like, inevitably there's been a new development in the podcast, and you, as ever, have got the equipment to make it happen.
Well, exactly. You know what? There we go.
I love it.
Nice. Look at that. I might bring it up a bit just in case that gets cut off the video in the end bit. There you go. So there we go. We've got a timer running now. And the timer, wow.
Gadget boy. I'm just going to say right now, I love Mrs. Snedden.
Is the wife back? Let the wife gadget boy.
I'm sure that's not the first time that's ever been said to you.
Well, no, I don't. I've got a huge amount of huge amount of technology that just sits in a drawer and never gets used.
So we've got Lacey in the comments who does do makeup, and so she's just changed her guess from 4 minutes 26 to 13 minutes.
Well, Lacey does makeup and reckons that it only takes 4 minutes and 26.
Yeah, she's changed it now.
To transform from Rachel into Denise. So that sounds to me like a challenge.
Yes.
If you reckon it only takes 4 minutes and 26, do it.
I'm so one of the things that I'm really excited is about, because obviously we've had Mickey on in the past who did a makeup. But this is going to be sort of fairly rudimentary compared to that. But I think this is going to be a lot more encompassing in terms of, like, covering herself up.
Well, I don't know. I presume so. Seeing as she says she's pretty much got to get semi-naked to make it happen.
I'd say I wasn't aware of this bit. So if anybody wasn't here earlier, Mike lined up a really good gag, which was we're going to go and get some strange things or some unusual objects from our house, and obviously we had lined up for it, and then I won't tell you the gag until Rachel comes back because we can still use it, can't we?
I don't know if we not ruined it.
Well, no, the actual punchline, that was the punchline's still viable, I think.
Okay, you can deliver the punchline then, because I've forgotten what it is.
Okay, I'll wait till she comes back then. In fact, I'll tell you what we should do. Just this is all now. We're flying by the seat of our pants. We should go and get our objects, like, in about another sort of 15 minutes.
I think we should do it now.
Okay, well, I'll go get mine.
Okay, you go.
I've got to take your headphones out. They're in the tick.
The weirdest thing I could find used to be just sitting here, but I think I don't know where it's gone now. I mean, I used to have. I'll tell you what I used to have to hand. I used to have a cassette tape of Thora Hurd's 10 best hymns. Not many people have got that to hand, and I can't find it now. I think it's been stolen. Somebody's stolen it. Oh God!
Your timer's gone off here.
Hold on.
Oh, so I've just read a comment which you might want to kind of like sort of fill in the blanks. What's pie magic?
Okay, pie magic. Right. So, okay, we'll do that before we show the weird shit. Yeah, when I said I buy stuff and it ends up in a drawer, have you never heard of a pie magic?
I think I have. It's not one of those JML things, is it?
No, well, it's a Breville creation.
Okay.
It was basically there we go. Oh, I'll tell you what, hold on. It's because my battery's going and I'm on thingy. It keeps getting rid of low power mode. There we go. We're back on. Oh. Whoop. There we go. Everyone needs a sound effect for that kind of movement of a tripod.
I just want to say just before you move to the next segment, I think this might be the most fun that I've had in a podcast.
Yeah, I told you it was going to be a good one, didn't I? I told you. So while we're waiting, Pie Magic it's like similar to a Breville sandwich toaster, but it makes pies. So you put pastry in the bottom bit.
Yep.
And you put your filling in, and then you put a lid on it, and you bring it shut and stuff. And my wife mocked me for buying one.
Okay, she still is.
Said we'd never use it. Admittedly, I only used it twice, but that's not never, is it?
No, that's it. It's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. And there was a stage where I was working at I don't know why I'm going to disguise the company, but I will anyway, just because it sounds more mysterious.
Crunchy cornflakes.
Yeah. I was working at a huge multinational $10 billion company. And I went in each day for about a week and I made everyone pies. And the wife just said it that because she used to work with me. So I used to go in with loads of different pies and they'd say to people like, go on, take them home and tell me which one's the best. And the one that was scored the best was a full English pie.
Oh, okay. Talk me through it in a full English pie. I think I'm going
scrambled egg, bacon, sausage, and beans in a pie.
Yeah, I've never seen that as an actual sort of like pie in a restaurant.
Hey, I tell you, it's the future and also the past.
Just while you're on, in case you want to do a quick ad for the pie magic pie or Pie Magic, how much was the Pie Magic, Mike?
I don't know. And to be fair, this is like, I mean, I'm so old now, it might have been pre-decimalisation.
I'm guessing it's something 99 because all those things were, weren't they?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was about 30 quid.
Yeah, 29.99 then.
Or the wife, the wife's just, oh
my God.
20.
How long was that?
It was 8:20, but oh my
God, 8 minutes!
8 minutes 20, but I didn't stop it in time because I was so surprised and we were chatting away.
Hang on,
here she is, everyone. Right, let's have a quick look back.
As well, so I ran downstairs. I'm proud of that. 8 minutes. Wow.
Oh my God! Right, I'm gonna have to go back. Do you know what? After mocking Lacey, she wasn't that far off.
Yeah, she wasn't. I think
I'm flicking through. I think Matt Ricketts is closest.
What did you say? How much? How long?
Yeah. So I think Matt Ricketts is closest because he said 11 minutes 24.
4.
So Matt Ricketts is the drummer in my band.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
There
He's
you
go. The bang average drummer.
Okay. Well,
that's incredible.
Unfortunately, from my side, he's just won one of my t-shirts.
Oh, brilliant!
Sorry, pal.
Well, Matt, I'll bring you a crate of beer because I can do that.
Wow! I was like, okay, you win the best prize. Right, I can move this tripod with this with me phone on now.
So this is your alter ego, Denise.
She's a hoot. Yes, she's a hoot.
So again, by the way,
she's always got a glass of wine in her hand in all her videos as well. So this is very fitting.
So as I was saying to people right at the start of the show, one of the things I love most about you and your account is you don't take yourself too seriously.
Clearly,
you're not exactly. You're
what
not.
A boring life that would be.
And you're not. You don't take yourself too seriously. You're not one of these typical people. How old are you, by the way?
23.
23. Okay, so you're not your typical early 20s woman on social media who people who would normally be filtered to death and only be seen as like the chin and the taking your makeup off on camera and the beautiful vision that is before us now are all testament to you just kind of not taking yourself too seriously, and I love it. So yeah, so you talked before about about how
that
Denise,
Hungarian man, Denise.
yeah, who I while you were gone, I christened him the Hungarian Trigger. I don't know if you're aware of Only Fools and Horses, but
No,
on Only Fools and Horses, there's a guy who, for 20 years, was calling a character called Rodney, calling him Dave, and he got it wrong all the time. So this guy was the Hungarian version of that, because he knew your name wasn't that, but he just carried on with it anyway.
His English was very good as well. I just say he just kept on calling me Denise.
So I just googled Hungarian man names, and the first one that comes up is Andre. So we'll go with Andre.
Let's call him Andre, because actually, do you know, it was on the 23rd of October that we went on that. So I think Denise's birthday is Saturday.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my lord!
Can I give Denise a birthday, and can I have?
I'm sorry, Denise. Why are you talking about yourself in the third person?
It's my birthday on Saturday.
Who do you think you are? I was saying, I think it's Denise's birthday on Saturday. I was like, I know you got 1 million followers, Denise, but you don't need to start talking about yourself in the third person. All right?
Would never.
So, quick question that I wanted to ask, knowing that you were gonna do this. Oh, actually, no. Can we do the gag? So, Mike, what's the strangest thing you can find? Mike, what's the strangest thing you can find in your house?
Oh yeah,
we'll get back to this now. You can do the punchline. It's great.
I'm going with the strangest thing I can. The strangest thing I can lift without actually bothering my arse to stand up is what I'm going with.
Go on then. Oh, okay. That's so. So can I just point out? So far we've got a black head and a green head, and I've also got. I've also got something
really hard. Is it going to pop and pus is going to come out?
And I've also got something which is like head shaped as well. So then, just so the joke was going to be, you're supposed to pop up now, Denise, and say the strangest thing you found in your house was
me.
Sorry, everyone. It's quite a convoluted gag, but I think it's worth doing.
Denise isn't even a strange thing now. Like, I walk around green and my dad's like, "Do you want a cup of tea?" They don't care. My dog freaked out. I remember with the first couple of times that I was green. Now she doesn't care. I was like, right.
Does she do the dog equivalent of an eye roll when she sees you now? You're doing it again.
She used to, like, she's a German Shepherd. She used to have her ears up and like tilt her head like this, like what? And now she's just like.
So what's really weird from my point of view, your voice hasn't changed, but you have very much so changed. What was the thought process between I'm going to put a skull cap on and just daub myself in green paint to make Denise?
Denise is still me, so I'm not going to change. Like I'm currently the confident side of me. So like I'm not going to change my voice or anything or whatnot. It's just because Denise is the fun side of me, the confident side of me. So I've not keeping a voice, but you never know. If I introduce any new characters, I might do a voice on them.
But so it's not the first thing you'd think of in creating a character is to put a ball cap on and make yourself green. So
no, it was just because the green slimer thing, and
okay,
a little slimy thing. So I bought bald caps, and it came in a pack of like 5, and I was like. I didn't mean to order 5 bald caps, but they came 5, and I was like, what am I going to do with all these bald caps? I was only wanting to do it once.
Are you still using the same 5?
No.
Okay, I didn't think you were.
I do not want to look at my Amazon transactions with the amount of bald caps and green paint I have bought, because that'll be the reason why I finished that bottle of Prosecco myself.
I'd like to think, Denise, that you're planting trees for every one of those that you throw away. Just
I need a brand deal from Palmer's Paint. That's what I need.
I'm sure they're biodegradable and they're like and all that shit as well.
I'm sure they're full of soil with plants growing in them in the garden right now.
I've actually put the ones that burst in the fire, so I've burnt them.
Okay.
We've got like a wood burner at home. I'm not just setting a campfire out in the back garden and burning
That's it. So I mean, last thing you would want is to fire some more plastic into the environment. So you just burn it and throw toxic chemicals up your chimney.
So
okay, then.
Fire's already on.
So once again, as a newbie, so the first time you posted a video looking like you are right now, what's your most memorable part about the reactions that you got? Because obviously there'd be a lot of WTFs in this. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, just literally.
I just hope that anybody stumbles across us now.
Yes,
and
please.
Tunes into the podcast for the first time ever, and with
if they
no
don't know who I
context
am, they're going to be
whatsoever,
like,
just sees you sat in a pink bathrobe.
the pink is the iconic.
If you are tuning in right now, we're literally talking about the effects of radiation as we speak.
There is a toxic chemical dump right by Rachel's house, and we think that it might have something to do with it.
Do you know what? When I first started painting myself green,
we first came out as Denise.
I can imagine the disappointment in my life.
Mum, I've got something to tell you, and you come out as Denise, and you go, "Oh fuck! Can you not like? I was hoping it'd be lesbianism or something."
Yeah. Can you not be a Nazi, please, or something like that?
I was hoping you were going to be a pedo. Turns out you're green.
Oh dear.
Compared to aliens, and my mum said, so I'm from a place called Bonnybridge, and did you know Bonnybridge is actually famous for their UFO sightings?
Well, this is not helping, by the way.
No.
Do you know what? You tell us if you go down a local shop, if you go down a local shop like that, people would just go, "Oh, there's another one turned up."
I've not been out green.
It's happening again, lads.
It's happening again.
So I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you earlier if you've been recognised, because obviously with the following that you have, like there's a very good likelihood that you've been recognised. But anybody who's seen a video like this and you've been out, there's like literally no fucking chance at all, right?
No, I've had people just run up to me and shout Denise and then run away.
Really?
That happened once, yeah. And I remember it was another person shouted Denise, and I was like, "Oh, I can't turn round because I'm not actually Denise. I'm Rachel." And then they shouted Chin Talk, and I was like, "Yeah!" And they were like, "Wah!" And I was like, "Okay." I get really awkward.
So how many times have you been recognised?
Yeah,
just like I can't count, but it's happened quite a few times. It got me into a club earlier. Like we were down in Manchester, and the bouncer was like, "Sorry, it's half an hour wait, ladies." And then these people came out the club and was like, "Yeah, you're not Rachel on TikTok," and I was drunk, and I get really awkward, so I was like, "Me? No," I was like, Rachel's a very popular name, and TikTok's quite a big app, so like maybe, but then also maybe not, and probably not. Like you're not going to know me. Like I'm up in Scotland. And they were like, "No, yeah, like you do Chin Talk," and then the bouncer was like, "You got TikTok," and he let us in.
There you go. Did they let you chin?
They didn't ask me to chin.
Did they go, "I don't believe it's you. I don't believe it's you," and you went, "Hold on."
I'm like, "Wait, give me 8 minutes, and I'll come back as Denise."
Give me 8 minutes and 20 seconds.
I have this really strange thing now that in your handbag when you go out, there's green paint and a ball cap, just in case I need to get in somewhere.
No, that's Joshua and his cubes. He carries a cube about him.
Oh, we know. We've been in bars.
I'm not at that stage yet.
He walks around
I've got like a latex mask in my bag, like a green one that's ready to whack on.
He walks around like, "See me on? Have you seen me? It's me."
That's a good video opportunity, guys. I don't know if you know, but
No, well,
you know what? You're better to have something and not need it than to need it and not have it.
Well, a very quick story about the two of us and Joshua. We were out in Manchester. We went axe throwing. And this is the closest I've ever been to recognised, by the way. So we'd been axe throwing, and we had a great night, great banter, and and then we're talking about TikTok the whole night, filming stuff and all that. And then as we were leaving, the guy behind the bar went, "Oh, are you lads on TikTok?" We went, yeah. I said, "Oh, I'm Dad Dancer." So he went, "All right, hold on." So he checked me and he goes, "I'll follow you." I was like, "Nice one." He went, "Oh, I already do." I was like, "Oh, nice one."
Amazing.
And then he went, "He's my petrol emotion." So we went, "Like my petrol emotion." Goes, "I already follow you as well." So there's me on 200 and something thousand, and Baz on 600 and something thousand, and then Joshua
they already followed you.
Joshua 1.6 went. I went, oh, like, what about him? He said, Joshua, like, follow me. He's got Joshua McCune. He went, all right, I'll follow you now then.
Small world. I find it so weird if anyone like follows me, because I don't post absolutely every video I make on TikTok on my Instagram. So then when people like say it, I don't know. I have this like mental block that I'm like, if I don't put it on my Instagram, then no one that I know actually sees that video.
It's a lovely place to hide.
And someone will like say something about it, or I'll meet someone out and I'm like, oh, people actually watch my videos, maybe.
I think TikTok's a lovely place to hide, I think. Because particularly for people, I was going to say mine and Baz's age, but he's way older than me.
Yeah. I'm basically dust right now, so it's fine.
But Look, 7 years is a long time, Baz. You won't want to be in prison for 7 years. 7 years is a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's been in prison?
Eh?
Who's been in prison?
No, I'm just saying, like, he's 7 years older than me. I'm saying it's a long time if you're in prison.
So. I was like, there's a story there. What?
Yeah. No. Baz is only 23. It's just when he was in prison, he had a tough time of it.
I did some hard time.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't enjoy himself.
You don't know that.
What I was saying was that, like, at our age, it's very easy to hide on TikTok because there's a significant number of people aren't our age on TikTok. So yeah, exactly. I quite like it that I've got a decent following on TikTok and some videos go really well. But none of my mates see it. I quite like that. I quite kind of hide away from my real life. I like it.
I feel like I quite like that too. That's like I don't try and look at the views or anything because that freaks me out.
Was your Instagram though your own personal account before you started doing TikTok?
Yeah.
So obviously there's people on there who are your friends in real life who followed you, who now probably go, oh, I don't really want to talk about Rachel anymore.
I mean, I hope not. I've got very supportive friends, honestly.
I could tell the comments. Yeah, I love it.
They hype me up something rotten for doing the most ridiculous things, like currently sitting green having a glass of wine.
Yeah, but I get the impression though that like you've always been this character since, like you said earlier, you came out of the womb almost. So
yeah, I've definitely I'd like what you see in TikTok's what I'm like with my friends.
So for you particularly, it's been like a place to kind of just go wild and be you even more so.
Yeah, well, I think especially during lockdown, I wanted to do acting. I was very creative. I was going to classes every week and whatnot. And then lockdown happened and the performing industry completely crashed. So TikTok has become, a lot of people will find it cringy and whatnot, but TikTok has become a little safe space, a little like, this is how I stay creative. And it generally is weird that it is me painting myself green and showing off my double chin. I'm aware that it's absolutely ridiculous, but
you're in a trio of people that completely understand exactly what you're talking about right now. So
absolutely.
No.
Yeah, someone's just written "Life for the Party." I think that literally it should be your mantle.
See, that's Denise. That's Denise. She's life and soul of the party. Rachel too. Denise is a little bit spicy.
Wow, it's literally like that's like saying Danger's my middle name. It's like Spicy is my last name.
It's like Jekyll and Hyde, but like good versions. There's not like a good and a bad. There's just like a good and a confident.
So inevitably with lots of I don't know if all of us follow Call Me Chris, who's the Canadian lady who's got characters.
With like obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think I do actually follow her.
So is there a thought in your head that like there's going to be other characters sort of like that are going to come out of you? Is this something you've already thought about?
Yes.
Okay.
Honestly,
no exclusives or anything like that, but obviously it just seems inevitable.
Absolutely exclusive.
This is. I've not said this to anyone else. There is going to be a blue character coming out. I feel like everyone's been asking blue, purple, yellow, like every character, like every color under the sun. Everyone's like, "Can you do this?" Like, and I was just really busy, like with work and whatnot. But I have hopefully going to be doing the blue character soon, and I want to be doing like scenes with them. Like, it's just I feel like it's kind of like Inside Out vibes. Like Denise it's still me, but she's the confident side of me.
So
taking notes.
I'm just buying shares in. I'm just
Copyright.
buying shares in blue face paint and skull cap.
There's
There we go.
stuck between two names, so when I know the name, then it'll come.
Yeah, so going back to like the dark place that you were in when you first started, like with the characters, it's so I genuinely mean this.
I'm sorry
Wait,
to
what?
laugh. I've just seen in the comment section, Jill's just said probably don't do brown.
Yes,
No.
yes. You won't get,
when you're looking
you
for
will
a
get
new colour
cancelled.
to do. Don't
Yeah,
do brown.
I'll do blue.
If you're going to get cancelled, that's a surefire way of doing it. So,
Well, that almost happened. There was someone editing because I'm green. A lot of the things that I get tagged in during the on TikTok, it's all like green screen. It's all just kids having a laugh, like editing characters on my face and whatnot. Which is probably one of the reasons why the green is still going. As I said, it was only meant to be like 1 or 2 videos. It was then only going to be locked down, and then we're here. It's because all the duets, all the edits, it's all kids. It's all like toddlers duetting it, having a laugh and like joining in and the chin and everything. Like I was like, I can't stop that when it's like a wee child that's laughing. That's cute.
I've not seen any of that. That's amazing.
But there was
is there a way you can? I've seen a few people put like a excuse me, put a folder of duets. Is that what some that you?
Oh, I don't know how you do that. Honestly,
I don't know either.
I don't know how you work TikTok very well.
Neither do I.
Like, I'm at 1 million followers, and like someone's like, "How did you do this?" And I'm like,
"Have you got 1 million followers?"
Did I not mention that? Let me see.
So, if anyone's watching who doesn't really understand TikTok, doing this and paint yourself green gets you 1 million followers. So, crack on. My favorite one is Denise.
Don't steal TikTok from me. I'm
gonna share my favorite Denise video. So,
what's
you two carry on.
What's the sort of the greatest thing about Denise while we're here right now? Because obviously you probably don't talk about Denise in the third person when you're on TikTok, but
no,
you're here now, and obviously Rachel's gone, and we're here with Denise.
Who's Rachel?
What's the sort of biggest character trait that Denise has that Rachel doesn't?
Confidence.
Is it literally that?
Genuinely confidence and self.
Which is quite bizarre for someone sat here with a bald head.
Rachel does have confidence.
No, honestly, I come off as such an extrovert. That's just because I'm loud and fucking annoying, and I don't know when to shut the f up. But
I'm sorry. Did you just say I'm fucking annoying? I don't know when to shut the f up.
Yeah.
At what point did you think that censorship was necessary?
This is the point about when you're on TikTok is you spend so Denise, I'll call you Denise. We do this a lot. So we do lives on TikTok together. Quite often at the beginning of doing this process of doing podcasts, I would do this on a podcast where I was smoking to the side of the camera.
Have a smoke.
So there's a kind of thing where you're kind of locked into. Have you ever done a live as Denise?
No.
Okay, but there's something else for you to do. But yeah. And do you do lives very often as Rachel?
No.
Okay, that's interesting because
we're going to start now, but that's like the confidence thing. Like I'd only do a live, and even then it would just be 10 minutes because it freaks me out. Like when everyone's like messaging and whatnot, I'm like, I'm dyslexic. I can't read that fast.
Okay.
You don't need to. But tell you said before, a quick 10 minutes. That's the best way to start.
Yeah.
Just call it quick 10 minutes, and that gives you the, if it's going well, then you don't have to. But you say like, if you give yourself an excuse, it's a bit like getting someone to ring you when you're on a date. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like kind of.
I've got that with my friend. If
anyway,
I send her a capital letter, then she'll phone me with like,
my
friend's cheated on me. You need to come here. And I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. I've got to go.
Well, I want to share my favorite Denise video, and now I've got the technology and I can figure out how to do it.
This is awesome. I love it.
So that's not Denise. That's my face.
Oh.
just love that.
That was the most.
Oh, we're all in the wrong order here now. Hold on a minute. Switch that on. Oh, it's
that
okay.
one
We're
took
back.
off, and I was literally, do you know, I only posted that because I was like, oh, I've got. This is what happens with most of my viral videos. It's like, oh, I've not got anything to post. This one's been sitting in my drafts for like 6 months. Post that, and that's
4.3 million views later.
Yeah, that was in my drafts for probably about 6 months. That
Well,
one.
Well, it says
like,
a lot.
there's no context to it. I've not really worked hard on it. Like I just done it, and then the Scottish Sun wrote about it, and then KSI used it in a music video, and I was
I was about to bring that up because
Wow.
I saw that video earlier when KSI used it and did a reaction to it. I mean, that's got to be like the sort of strongest affirmation for what you do, right?
I mean, he didn't give me credit, but still, I can say that he's used me in a video because I was like, it was my brother that like came running through, so he just, I probably wouldn't have known. I don't watch him like on YouTube, and my brother does, and he just came running through, being like, "Yes, I used your video," and I literally was like having a nap, saying, "What?"
Sniper Wolf used 2 of mine. Are you aware of Sniper Wolf? 10 million followers, 10 million subscribers on.
No, but I'll
more
look
than
it
that
up.
now. She does a lot of, she's she's an American, like pretty American girl, big glasses, and she does a lot of reaction videos.
I bet she hasn't got a chin though, has she?
No, but
not triple one either.
My kids were kind of like, he's got decent number of followers. It's all right. Do you know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. My son lost his shit when he was watching a Sniper Wolf video, and 2 of my videos turned up, and he was like, "Whoa!" All of a sudden,
what my brother was like.
Hey, when you're 11, that makes you famous. Do you know what I mean?
Bet you're the coolest dad now. Bet he went to all his friends to be like, "Oh my god, guys, you'll never guess what."
He
my
did like
slipping off.
Like,
you won't have to fix it. That's the thing. I can only be green for about 20 minutes, or
I have a feeling someone's just going to ping backwards and just reveal you.
It's already slipping because it's really sweaty because I've got my ears in it.
Do you know what? We're all friends. We're all friends here. I think you should take off the ball cap.
Oh, controversial.
I think, and you should be Ray Cheese. Does that make sense? I think you should be Ray Cheese. Come on, do it.
Denise unrevealed. Denise revealed.
No, I think it should be. I think you should be half and half. I think you should be.
I'm working on a video that, but
you know, like the bread.
Like the bread, half and half.
To Rachel, there you go.
Are we doing it because it's actually a sweaty mess?
Yeah, take it off.
Go on.
Hey, listen.
Hey, look, we've been picking you up saying you don't give a shit about your appearance and all that kind of stuff. Don't let us down now. Wow! See, that's amazing. That is so good. That looks like.
You
know that right there looks like a TikTok effect.
Me.
That's amazing. I like it. See, I like this because I can see Rachel, but I can also see Denise. Before.
She's just like, take it. She's actually, this is the definition of her taking over my life right now.
But before, it was a bit, talking to Denise was a bit, I found it a little bit weird.
Really?
But I can see Rachel now. I can see Rachel again now. I like it.
So obviously, like, you probably didn't discuss the creation of Denise with your real life friends before you created Denise, or did you?
Most of them would know, I think. Because then it ended up becoming like an inside joke that anytime I was drunk, that anytime I did anything embarrassing, I'd be like, it wasn't me, it was Denise.
Okay.
That's where the Denise made me do it came from. And it started with me and my best friend and my sister, and then it came to all my other friends because I'd be like, it wasn't me, it was Denise. Like,
see, I find it really refreshing the fact that your friends are totally behind what you do on TikTok, because my real life friends, we don't talk about my TikTok because it's kind of. I think they just find it kind of weird that like I've got this following on TikTok.
The first rule of TikTok.
But they don't understand. Yeah. Well, I mean,
the first rule of TikTok is you do not talk about TikTok. The second rule of TikTok is you do not talk about TikTok.
TikTok, yeah.
But so the Instagram thing is a bit different because obviously with stories on Instagram, you can do different bits of content. We've talked about this myself and Mike about TikTok. I talk about making stories. So
I would prefer that.
yeah, and also it's that thing where you can promote other people's accounts and do things which don't sort of impinge on your own content.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's going to take your sort of TikTok in a different direction if you can do like more short form that only lives for 24 hours?
I mean, I would then do like I would do like stories and stuff when I'm green. Like usually when I'm green, I'll probably put it on my Instagram story as well.
Yeah.
But just one of me being like, "Hi chickens" or what, anything like that. I just prefer TikTok because I feel like I can be myself, whereas I feel like Instagram's still very judgy. And I'm still a people pleaser that I know it's like people on Instagram, it's either like people I've spoke like boys that I've spoke to in the past, or it's people from high school and they're going to get judged and they're going to be like, what the fuck is that girl? I mean, like, I don't know. I'm just very much aware that I'm like, there's people that I know on there, whereas TikTok, I'm like, I don't know anyone on TikTok, so I can just,
Do you know
I can post whatever I want and no one's going to see it.
Yeah.
Well, on that subject, one of my favorite posts that I saw you do was about you chatting to someone on Tinder and then they find your TikTok.
I can tell you, I have been unmatched on Tinder so many times after they seen my TikTok. Honestly, they'd be like, why the fuck are you green? And I'd be like, I honestly don't know why. I don't know. I don't have an answer.
Well, you've actually used.
You don't become green; green becomes you.
Exactly.
Green has me. I don't ever bring up TikTok. It's because if they have me on Tinder, then they might end up getting my Instagram, and then I've posted one of my TikToks on my Instagram story. Then they're like, "Why the fuck are you green?" And I'm like, "Good question. That's a really good question. I'll come back to you when I've got an answer."
I'm gonna capture that and use that as a sound on TikTok. Is it? Why the fuck are you green?
No, I don't think boys like girls for greenness.
Well,
I'm having that one as well.
I mean, it's a niche one, isn't it? So getting back to the TikTok thing, just recently, myself, Mike, and Joshua have been afforded some opportunities via our following. So has anything?
We're going to be on telly. Sorry, I said it. I can't.
I know Josh has filled me all in, and I've seen that type in.
We're going to be on
telly.
So, what sort of opportunities have sort of dropped your way because of now obviously you hit the million, but obviously you had a big account before that. What kind of things are you getting offered, like promotional deals and things?
Well, to be fair, the guy off the sweet corn's getting a bit old, isn't he? So you know what I mean. Hey, there's got to be a gig there soon.
See, I honestly I do some ads and stuff, being approached for gifting opportunities, which is
you're the face of Agora. Is it Agora?
Agora, I'm an Agora ambassador. Yeah, love Agora.
Yeah,
love Agora. I buy from Agora and work with them. Love their brand. So I do ads for different people. I've got an ad coming out tomorrow, which is exciting. I've been invited to a creator event. What else? Just anyone that's noticed me on a night out, or that's bizarre to me. That's weird as well. But I don't have social media management. I don't really know how social media works. I don't know.
I'm the same. I've got to be honest.
I don't know what I'm doing, and to be honest, I'm also just a bit if it comes, if it happens, if I got approached from a management and whatnot, then I might go down that route. But right now, I'm just focusing on having fun with my content.
But
not so much
job. Mike's got a valid point. I can see his face. I know exactly where it is.
It's working.
Yeah.
I'm going with the flow.
It's working. Do you know what I mean? You sit there and go, oh, it's not and look, I can sit here and go it's my TikTok has hit a brick wall for me, and I can sit around and go, oh no. Look, you're flying. Just carry on doing it, carry on enjoying it.
Right in the wave that I'm just if an opportunity came up, I would 110% take it, but I'm just rolling with it.
I think if anything, like what you do on TikTok, because like for the last couple of, like particularly today, I've literally consumed everything you've made up, going right back to the beginning. But there must be a point of where your former career and your chosen career of like being an actress, it's a really good shop window for you, right? In terms of, because you are acting.
Yeah, well, that's what I've been like talking to different acting agencies. Now, I've only been signed with one agency, and it was like right out of college, and then I left them because it wasn't working out. And I was like just getting into like approaching agents just before COVID, when I was in London and doing classes, and then COVID hit. And throughout lockdown, I completely lost like my motivation to be in the industry, my creative side, anything like that. But like TikToks gave me that back. So I would say then one of my things I am signing with an acting agent.
Brilliant.
So
Superb, yeah.
I'd say, and honestly, I do think it's probably like they know about the TikTok and stuff as well. That hopefully nothing's like everything. That's still a bit like yes, but like not like signed just yet. We're doing that tomorrow, hopefully. So that's probably like the biggest thing, but that would have been really, I think, feeling from
You said earlier that obviously like you're not a confident person naturally, and obviously Denise is your confident side, but there's probably like a lot for someone to sort of see on here, the fact that you can, so acting is basically being another character, right? You're not yourself, you're not Rachel when you're acting as a role, and Denise isn't you. It's got to be a brilliant shop window for someone's just mentioned Clara Batts. What's her actual name? Clara
Batten.
Clara Batten. She's just done an acting gig. So I mean, so for someone like you who is actually an actor,
so I'm hoping that.
Yeah. So once again, it's the opportunities of afforded to you by doing something completely that wasn't intended to be that. It's got to be a better way in than actually auditioning and chasing.
You don't make moves by being quiet.
Yeah.
Especially in like even social media industry, performing industry, quite have a little something about you. And it's like honestly, like anytime I've like anyone's asked like, oh, like what is it you do on TikTok? And it's always that awkward like, oh, I was on a date once and it was like, oh, is it like the dances that you do? Because they knew that I was a performer, and I was literally just like, no, I couldn't. Like, I sometimes paint myself green and show off my double chin. It was like
I dance with my chin.
I just dance with my chin. And he was like, how many followers do you have? And this was when I was on 350. And he was like, what?
If you met him again, he'd be like, how many followers are you on now? Like 1 million. He'd be like, fuck off.
Message him, green screen, 1 million followers behind you, and just message him like that.
You could you could green screen it. It'd be on your face, wouldn't it? So.
He was not nice.
It'd be just on the lower half of your face if you green screen it.
Oh, good.
Right, guys. Look, this. Look, we could talk all night.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily for us, we do have a cut-off where my son goes to bed just above us, and I get glared at, so we have to be quiet. So, anyway, listen. Before we go, I need to tell everybody to go over and subscribe to the new YouTube channel, because if you're watching on Twitch, we're not going to be on Twitch for much longer. We're moving off Twitch. Twitch is for gamers, and we only went on Twitch in the first place because we didn't know how to live stream anywhere else. So we're moving away from Twitch in November. So got the new. If you're watching on Dad Dancer Tube, we're going to come off that as well. So we're giving the podcast its own dedicated YouTube channel. So if you click on bit.ly/the Lock-In Podcast, you'll find where the new YouTube channel is. Maybe one day, if you type in the Lock-In Podcast, you'll get to our channel, but it doesn't work like that at the moment. So go to bit.ly/the Lock-In Podcast, go and subscribe, click on the bell for notifications and all that kind of stuff. And when we come back in November, you will see everything that we've got going on there. So all that remains is let me do my bit first, and then you can finish off in every. Rachel, just want to say to you, absolutely brilliant. I'm much later to your channel than everybody else here, but you've been an amazing guest. No, honestly, just leaves it to Mike as usual to wrap up. So yeah, thanks. Look, Rachel, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for being such a great sport, for going and getting it all greened up just for us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Honestly,
I've had a blast.
look, we're just within the space of an hour and a half. I've found a new friend. I love you to pieces. And don't forget. One thing I nearly mentioned is more details are going to come out on this, but we're going to have a get together in Manchester on November the 13th.
Yay! Wait.
So, and that's not just me, you, Baz, and that's everyone who's watching. Come and join us. More details will come out, but November the 13th, we're going to be in Manchester because I will be back in England.
I could literally come to Manchester on that
Do
day.
it. Come on.
You know what?
It's only like 2 hours drive and I'm off, so see you there.
It's happening, Rachel. It's happening. Okay. 13th of November, keep that day free because I'm back in England and we'll be able to all meet up. How exciting will that be? So, thanks again for watching. Thanks again for being on, Rachel, and thanks everyone as always for contributing in the chat section. We're going to take a few weeks off now, simply because I've got a Tenerife. So, I'm going to Tenerife. So yeah, I ain't going to be here. So when we come back on November the 14th, it's going to be the new format. So it's going to be the recorded version. And on a Wednesday night, we're going to broadcast the preview, also the premiere of the recorded thing, and then we're going to follow it up with the live. So we'll all chat about what it is, and you can chat about it as well. So that's going to be the new format. That's back in, and that's going to be in November. We've got some amazing guests coming up. Okay. We've got an amazing person who basically goes and rescues kids from abroad. We've got someone who is has got a TikTok account. She's epileptic and she's got one of those dogs that looks after her and stuff. And we're going to get them both on that. That's going to be amazing. We've got somebody who is a former drag queen who is sadly has got terminal cancer, but it's all real. Their life is really, really positive from on. We've got a voiceover artist. We've got loads of really, really, really interesting people to come. So don't forget, if you want to see all that, you need to go over to the other one. So go over to the Lock-In Podcast. Go over to the Lock-In Podcast channel on YouTube. Kathy says the link's not working, but it works for me and it works for the wife. So
I'll send it to you.
If that's not working, I will update daddancer.co.uk this week with the link on there. So, Rachel, don't go anywhere. We'll have a chat with you in a sec. But yes, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I love this.
Don't forget to subscribe to the new one. Don't forget to go and follow Rachel because she's
do that. Yeah, do that.
Do you know what I mean? Rachel Spicer _ on TikTok. Bless
Get
her.
your chins out.
She's struggling for followers, so you need to go and help her out. Her account's on its arse at the moment, so you need to go and help her out. All right. Thanks, everyone.
See you later.
See you next time.